Fans of a good soap will remember my next guest as a bit of a ladies' man. He was in the very popular Sons and Daughters series.
Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound, eh?
I think it's a toilet block.
Hi. Good to see you.
Uh-huh.
I'll lift you mad because I haven't called.
I know about you and Jill. I just didn't expect to see you all over it, that's all. Let's make a deal. I don't know much about you, and you don't know much about me. Let's keep it that way.
Boy, it's hot.
In Sons and Daughters, that was Peter Phelps' first role. And while he's still wowing the ladies, now he's knocking them dead overseas too. Please welcome Peter Phelps. What about all those scenes?
Well,
They're real ladies,
a
man.
highly embarrassing sort of introduction, but that's the problem with television. It tends to haunt you, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but I guess, I mean, if you've been there and done that, though, you've got to be... I mean, there are two ways of looking at it. You either forget it or you're proud of it, and you've got something to be proud of.
Well, I don't regret it. I mean, I'm here now on the Bert Newton Show.
Yeah, well, you're here now after having just come back from overseas, Peter, and things were very nice for you over there.
They were. It was... it's quite surprising. It's moving pretty fast over there. I did a pilot for this thing called Baywatch, which went to air a few weeks ago. And we're now doing 12 episodes with David Hasselhoff, Parker Stevenson, and the pilot rated very highly, so it's all go.
The interesting thing about your career and the fact that you've done so much and done it so well, if I recall correctly, you weren't formally trained as an actor, were you?
No, it was on-the-job training, I suppose they call it, which I think is the best in this industry. You get up there and you look like a fool, then you just don't do it. You know, and if you work, that it works well, then keep going.
Light Horseman, of course, was a very important breakthrough in your career. What did it mean to you, Peter?
Well, it meant working with some great technical people as well as some great actors, and working on features is a luxury. There's a lot more time than television, especially soaps, and just working with those big Panavision cameras and a film that gets sold overseas, and you get exposure over there, and then work generates from that. It's all you know, it's a wonderful thing.
Sure. Peter, not wanting to denigrate anyone, but what's the difference in being in a set, say, for The Light Horseman or the series that you're about to do, and, say, Sons and Daughters?
Well, Sons and Daughters was done in a very air-conditioned atmosphere. The script was air-conditioned and the people were air-conditioned, and it was all very plastic. But I think feature films are much more a family, although the actors in most soaps I know are very friendly, and they are a family. But on a feature film, you're more, it's more intense. You're there for like 10 to 15 weeks sometimes. You know, as far as The Light Horseman was concerned, we're there for 15 weeks in the middle of South Australia, in the desert in the summer. All those harsh conditions tend to bring you closer, and I don't know, it's just a great working environment when everyone is going for the same project.
How hard is it, now that you've seen overseas and you've seen the conditions over there and compared them to Australia, how hard is it to really make it in the big time in the US?
It's such a complicated thing. It's hard to break in. If you have product and you send it to your agent over there, that's a big step, getting an agent first off. It's very hard because there's so much competition. There's like thousands of actors going for the same job. So if you've got something different or a spark that's of interest to the producer or director, then you've got an edge, I guess.
With yourself enjoying that success both here in Australia and now obviously with a chance of making it internationally, what happens to Peter Phelps himself? Is there any real character change that, well, you can't say character change, but I mean, how do you keep yourself together and keep yourself as the man you are?
I just stick with the friends I've had since I was 10 years old, and if you start to get out of line, they'll push you around and say, come back to Earth, you know.
Do they give you a hard time?
No, that happened in the soap days when they know that it's my job and I'm going to stick at it for the rest of my life, so they're happy about it. As far as LA is concerned, it's quite difficult because I'm an unknown quantity over there. And you have to prove yourself through your craft, which is fine by me because I'm quite confident in my craft now. And I can get on all right. But I guess if I was 5 years ago, I had the same job in America, it would be a bit awesome for me. But I just you tell the Americans what to do, and you hear the Australian accent, and they're fine. You know.
Do you find it very hard to have a private life?
No, not at all. You can always escape. You can always get away somewhere. You know, there's areas. If you want to do all the first night parties and do all the star trip, then that's there for you. But you know, I don't think you've got a very long life in the industry if you.
What would you like the future to hold for you?
I think my home is in feature films, and I'd like to do a lot more theatre. I haven't done any for like 4 or 5 years. But I have an affinity now with features, and I've done 8 of them, 2 overseas and 1 in New Zealand, 1 here. 6 here, sorry. And it just seems to be where I'm at the moment.
Well, welcome back, and it's
Thank you.
good news that you've got this new series. I hope it goes well for you, and who knows, the next time we chat to each other on a television show, it'll be internationally acclaimed Peter Phelps. Hope so.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks a lot, Peter.
Thank you.
Peter Phelps.